G'day and welcome back to Duck Solar Gaming and Southern Cross Station. That's right, we are back in New South Wales, continuing on from where we left off in the last episode, and we are going to get straight into it. So, remember the last episode, we were saying that we needed to make a little bit of money. So we've gone around, we've collected the jam and the juice from the warehouse over at the farm, and we've also grabbed what was here at the juice and jam factory, and that's pretty much given us a full load as it is. So we are going to take this over here, just this really long trip. We're going to pack 3 packed lunches and a couple of kegs of beer over here to Aunt Emma's shop. Try not to take out too much of the factory there. And we're going to offload this stuff here. That will give us a little bit of money to do a little bit of work we've got left there. We've got one more field of grass to mow and to bale. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go pick up all the bales and put them away accordingly. So, a little bit more mowing probably this episode. But I'm sure Aussie Medic will get over it. If not, stiff shit. Right. There we go. Offload all that. Good job. Well done. 400,000. Okay. Now, the other thing we need to do, remember, is we need to get a slurry applicator. Now, that amount of money is probably almost going to get us there. Now, what am I doing with this? I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to bring this down to the field that we're about to cut. So once we finish cutting, I can collect the bale straight away from that field. And then that's got that ready to go. Now, as we're driving down there, I'm going to set up my. I'm going to set up my truck and trailers for the large 240 square bales. Something like that. Next. You just tab through, and I tab through one too many then. Square bale 240, there we go. And again, we went one too far. Square bale 240, that's done. Next. Second last one, and the last one. One day I'll count them so I can do it without looking at the screen. There we go. Right, so they're all ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here, be ready to go at the field, and then we can just pick them all up. In fact, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to have the truck follow the baler. There we go. That's the idea. All right, I'm going to bring the truck down here. Now, that also means what we need to do now, I need to set these up. Right, auto load. Now, I'm going to tab back. There we go. Here. Okay, so we've got the Cougar there. We've got John Deere here with the baler. We are going to tell him to follow. Okay. Now we've got money in the bank. We actually can do that. I went to do it earlier because I forgot. And because we're in negative balance, I couldn't pay my hired hand to drive the tractor. So it didn't happen. All right, here we go. Bit more mowing, and then we move along again. A bit of a bump there. I got a bit airborne, I think. Didn't quite turn as quick as I wanted it to. Playing catch up. Where is he? Come on. What's he doing? Oh, he's doing 38 k's now. Just this thing goes a fair bit quicker, that's all. What we'll do is we'll just slow down. We don't want to lose him behind us. So I've got all these bales over here to collect as well, so we've got plenty of bales to collect. We've got bales there, we've got bales on the other side of the granary bin there. We've got the big field 20 near the farm, we've got that full of bales to pick up. So we've got lots of bales to pick up. Come on. John Deere engine and that tractor is having a conniption again. So we had to stop and put it out a couple of times in this trip. Yes, I will continue to go there. Alright. Here he comes, he's catching up. Right. Let's have at it. Let's go and get this grass done with absolute prejudice. Now, so what we've got to do We're going to set the follow me course, which is fine, for the baler and the truck. Now, what we have to remember with the baler or the truck following the baler is we have to have an offset. What we're going to do is we're going to put that down there like that. You're all good to go. Right, don't have to worry about you. So I'm going to come up here when he eventually gets here. Dum 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 dum. You know, I got some good elevator music. Right, he's here. So I'm going to turn him off now. We're going to lower. I'm going to make sure it is on 240, which it is. Oops, no. B. Right. You're ready to go, and I'm going to control F. Go to the driver changes, and we know it's activated. So that's the trick with follow me. Sometimes you can't tell. But once the driver changes, the avatar in there, or the model, then you know that follow me has worked. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the truck up. Nothing changes here on the truck. Apart from what we're going to do the same thing. We do control F. I was following that. What we're going to do is we're going to put, you see it on the bottom in the middle, we're going to put a 3 meter offset to the left. Now that should be enough. And we'll find out once we've done the first fail. Right, let's have at it. And off we go. Assuming swath is still set. I haven't changed it, so there's no reason why it shouldn't be. Right, there we go. Mowing has commenced. Baling has commenced, and we'll just see how we go with the bale pickup. Shouldn't be any issues. Should work seamlessly. However, caveat is, I said should. Doesn't mean it will. Alright. I think I've made that too tight. Just. Oh no. I have plugged it up. Come on. Waiting for the first barrel to drop. Then we should see the truck will just pick it up without any issues whatsoever. Up a bale already? I think it has. And the bale, there we go. Picking up the bale is not a problem. Righto. Let's have at it. So we know we've got the baler working behind us and we've got the truck picking up the bales behind us. Now obviously I'm not going to go to the other fields and run the mower and the baler around the field to pick up the bales. That would just be stupid. And yes, we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to run the truck around there. And that's fine. There we go. Right, pick up the bales, not a problem. Too easy, and peasy. All right, now I wonder who got the movie and TV show. Who's right? So, in case you weren't aware, I did sort of give it away at the same time. Last episode we were talking about. I love it when a plan comes together, and that's Hannibal Smith, the leader of the A-Team, and the other one was Right Turn Clyde. Now, that was, what's his name? I think it's Bobby. Clint Eastwood, the character Clint Eastwood plays in Every Which Way But Loose and Every Which Way We Can, which was with his companion orangutan, Clyde, and that hence the Right Turn Clyde, and then he'd indicate for a right turn and end up taking out the bikies that were harassing him. So, anyway, there we go. A little bit been done. I'll try and think of another one for this episode, but it's on the fly, so I probably won't. I have to start thinking about that, have a prep. Right. Going smoothly, although the John Deere is falling behind. No real surprise there, though. I mean, let's face it. Trying to get the job done properly, use class. Anyway, I blame you, the viewers, putting us in this situation. Alright, let's just go. We'll put cruise speed on. I'll decrease my cruise speed to make it a speed that the John Deere's got a chance of catching up to. What is the John Deere doing? I'm not watching the grass. He's doing about 17, 18 k's an hour. So we're going to drop it down to 17. Probably really need to drop it down to about 5 k's an hour for the John Deere to keep up. But yeah, we'll do this. May give him a chance to actually catch up. So it makes it so much easier without having to go around and pick up the bales afterwards and all that sort of stuff. We just get it all done in one go. Don't have to worry about running into bales or dodging around the bales. So it does make it an easier job in that regard. Following along nicely. Right, I haven't increased my time again, so I'm going to put it to 15 minutes. So basically this episode is going to go till dark, effectively. And we'll just see what we can get done. Right. Didn't really want to turn at that point, but anyway, that'll do. I want to come back down. There we go. They shouldn't have too much of an issue with following. Okay, so the first trailer is almost full with bales. And the 3 metre width is probably about perfect. Following the wheel rut of the baler. Okay. Now, one of the other things I want to do is I want to have a look and see how I go doing this. Oh, this one. Right. I'm going to try and mow this edge at least using the mower. See how well we go. So this basically is just another view that we have, and I think this is fantastic. So we can actually view it from the mower deck, so we know whether we're lining ourselves up or not. Now it's not going to help us when we get to the end here because we're not going to have it on the left-hand side. But I think that's worked all right. A bit of a dip there. That could cause some issues later on. Let's just go back to the normal view. Okay. Let's see how much of a mess we made. Not too bad. We did that all right. Oh, need to. Oh, I missed that little bit there. It's all right. Here we go. Have at it. There you go. And the friendship a bit there still. And down the dip. It's not bad. It's another way of actually looking at the view. Following along nicely. There you have it. Different way to look at it. Getting closer to your grass. Becoming zen with the grass. Love it. Now, well, I've got plenty of time to do it, but the other one's not going to do it, is it? Whoops. Let's see. I just slow right down again. We don't want to lose the track. I think what's happened is we've got that bug again with the baler where it sort of sets itself up. Let's go and have a look. Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about before. Right. There we go. Right. Yeah, so now it'll be fine again. It just decides to pick the hitch up for some reason. I don't know why. But nonetheless, we've got it working again. Just when it's under the hired hand, it just... Sorry, my head was down probably below the microphone then. Just with the hired hand, it just seemingly gets a little bit sidetracked and lost. But we fix it. We move on. Okay. And there we go. Giggity boot. Alright. Follow off again. Okay. And we continue. Back to cruise control. Probably increase the cruise control a bit more again now. You should be able to keep up again for a little bit. Okay, still keeping tabs at the time. 18 and 18. Anyway, all right. So that's what we're going to get this done, and then that's all the grass done for now. And then we can just concentrate on everything else we need to do. We will go and buy a slurry applicator. I think we should... Positive. I think it was about 180 for the trailer and 110 for the applicator. So we should have enough to get that. So we'll look at doing that, and then we'll go out and we'll apply some slurry to the fields as well. As we've said on other series and other episodes, we are not getting the pumps and hoses pack. I don't think there's value enough in the pumps and hoses pack. Number one, for the fact that apart from Riverview, pretty much all the fields we utilise on the other series are, if not all larger fields, majority larger fields, or fields where I've certainly joined them together and stuff. And I don't think the pumps and hoses pack will really give me any great benefit. I've spoken to a few of you, as in my viewers, who have given me exactly the same opinion. And indeed, there's some of our subscribers that have actually bought the pack and have actually said to me indirectly via messages that, or directly via messages, I should say, that they regret it. They haven't used it, or used it once and that's it. So I think the premise of not buying it is still quite sound, as he got caught up again with that hump. I think that's what it is. It's just that bump. It just knocks him out. No, he's alright again now. Alright. He's just playing silly buggers on me. Alright. Yeah, so we're not going to worry about that at all. I've also covered off a few times now about the Platinum Pack. I really have no interest in the Platinum Pack whatsoever. I'm playing Farming Simulator, not Forestry Simulator. We've already had the discussion and the argument about forestry versus farming or agriculture. So if we're going to turn it into a agriculture type simulator, which is some of the arguments I've seen on the Giants forum and stuff like that, saying justification for having forestry, well, where's the aquaculture? Where's all that sort of stuff as well? Why haven't we got more diversity in relation to animal breeding and production? So fish ponds, and I know modders have brought it to us, but that's not the excuse I'm using. All that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's call it out for what it is. It's pretty poor, in my opinion. Again, it's entirely up to you as to whether you think it's poor or not. However, I know certainly for the majority of those I've spoken to from my subscription base, and the people I call friends and acquaintances, have pretty much all said they don't intend on buying the Platinum Pack. Now, that doesn't mean to say there's going to be plenty buying it, and hats off to Giants if you manage to get people to buy it. But no, for me, no. Big Volvo announcement, I knew as soon as you come out with it, and I'll go back to the video and I'll prove which one it was, and I said that's only because they're going to be bringing out a whole heap of forestry stuff. You watch, and that's what they did. And I'm not interested. I'm not interested in your big announcement about the Volvo brand. I think that's good for Volvo, fine. However, I don't think, and I'm happy to be proven wrong, however, I don't think Giants are going to get anywhere near the sales out of this Platinum Pack as you have, for instance, out of the FS19 one when you had Class, or the FS17 one when, what was in the Platinum Pack for that? I can't remember now. But anyway, I don't think we're going to do anywhere near as successful with this Platinum Pack, even with the console player base. So yeah, well, time will tell, and I'm happy to sit here and say, if someone says no, you're wrong, they did sell it well and sold more. I just can't see it happening. And for the longevity of the game and the company, I mean, let's face it, if we didn't have Giants, we wouldn't have this game as it is now. I mean, we do have to thank them for that, I guess. And I go back to the fact I still think it's a huge shame that Cattle and Crops failed. But I think that was probably more, I've spoken about this before, I think that was more a case of improper management than anything else. So like some of us that backed the game early on, I think when I was an early backer, it was something like $240 I paid years ago to be an early backer on that. And then soon after all that particular phase had shut, we hear that all the producers of the game had gone out and bought themselves new cars and stuff like that. And it was just, yeah. Hence, I don't think the management of the game was done very well. But I'm only going off second-hand evidence. There was a photo of a post was made by one of the devs. It was on a Reddit. Now, that may have been possibly constructed, fraudulently constructed. I don't know. However, take it at the true value of what it was. Yeah, mismanagement, one word for it. Fraud is another. But yeah. Anyway. Not saying that they acted fraudulently in any way, shape or form. However, it begs the question. Because I mean the game itself was looking really good. I mean the last few iterations of the game were starting to really look good, and I was quite excited for what was possibly going to come, if for nothing else to keep the bastards honest, as in keep Giants honest. However, unfortunately, that hasn't eventuated, and Giants can effectively do what they want to do. They have no competition. But I mean, really, who would have thought a farming simulator game would be successful and have a huge following? But, I mean, who would have thought that I would have ever been playing a farming simulator game? Anyway. Alright, that's it for that. But anyway. So yeah, don't expect to see either of the DLC or the Platinum Pack at Duxwaller Gaming FS22. Anyway. Possibly missed opportunities, Giants. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, So I'm going to continue along through here. I'm going to increase my cruise rate a little bit. We're almost at the end of the episode too. So I need to have a quick whistle moment. A bit more of a drown the whistle moment more than a wet the whistle moment, but anyway. Looking good. I do love the fact that we've got no bales to pick up. All been done. We've done it a little bit slower than what we've done a couple of other fields, I guess, in a way. By the same token, we're actually saving time as well. By the fact we're doing the 3 jobs at once, we are saving. Now, is it a lot of time? Well, maybe, maybe not. Could have had them all running course by courses at the same time, sort of following after each other. But it would have been extra setting up time and stuff like that. We've had a little bit of setting up time, I guess, with the baler going into spasms. But by and large, I think we've generally saved time in doing it this way. We've been more effective farmers. Regard. Now I will, before we let this grow too much further, I am going to come through here. I'm going to plough this in because this field is in need of ploughing. And we're going to smooth out that roadway area, or that gully through there where it separates the 2 plots of grass. And I'm going to plough it in to be one plot of grass. So we'll do that as well. Maybe the next episode or 2 do that. That'll be a fairly quick and easy process. Like I say, I mean, we could have run this as a course by course. We could have set the mower to run a course by course and then have the others follow behind it, as in just using follow me. Or we could have had it following behind on the same course and just loading the course up into those vehicles and following along. So we do have multiple options in doing that. It's just, this is the simplest way to do it. I mean, I guess if nothing else, I'm showing those of you that may not do it or may not know how to do it, how to actually do that. So with, I'll just revert back to the keys and controls for follow me, and remembering this is for PC only, not for console, because I'm not on console, I'm not using a gamepad. So to activate our follow me, it's left control and F, and you use that to cycle through vehicles that are nearby. So you may have a couple of vehicles that are running nearby, and that the engines do need generally to be running for it to pick it up properly. So you do control F. What you should normally do is control F and then wait for it to actually, like I said, transition the driver. If it doesn't transition the driver, then jump out and try it again. Because there may be just something that's causing not to do it. Then once you've got that set up, that's all fine and dandy, but when you do that as well, when you've set the follow me, you need to put in the operating mode it's going to be operating in. Don't change modes. So for instance, when I did the baler, I had the baler lowered and operating, so it was ready to go. And with the truck, I had all the trailers into auto load mode. Okay, so you've set that prior to starting off. Then when you start off, that's all well and good. Now to stop something that's in follow me mode, so if I want to jump into the baler there and stop it from operating, I just press the H key. So the activate and deactivate the auto AI follower. So that's the quick and easy way to stop that. And then if you want to offset a following unit, then you use either control and left and right, or if you want to, if I wanted to alter the offset for the baler from this unit now, if I use shift A and D, I could actually change that. I'll see if I can do that now. Yeah, no, it's not. He's going into his funky mode again, seemingly. Anyway, you get the idea. But all those instructions and the keys and all that are available in the help. So basically you should be able to work out exactly what keys you need to use for follow me. All right, there we go. I have now finished the mowing and we've finished almost finished the baling, and we've almost finished collecting the bales. Here he comes. He's coming down doing the last little bit now. Just in time for the end of our episode, because we've just hit the 30-minute mark. So that's excellent. Nice timing. Go. All right, now I'm going to leave the mower here. I'm going to jump in the John Deere out. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to turn him off. I'm going to unload the bales that are in the back of the baler. Like so, I'm going to fold up my baler. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to go grab my truck. I'm going to stop him from following. I am now going to manually take him round. I'm going to offload all the bales into our bale storage sheds, and that's where we're going to end the episode. I'm not going to go put any bales into the silage fermenter or the grass dryer. I'm just going to go put these in the storage. I'll put my lights on because it's starting to get a little bit dark. All right, I do love the colours of light reshade. It's fantastic. I really do love it. All right, but yeah, that's going to be it for the episode. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I know it was more grass work. But don't let Aussie Paramedic blind you. The grass work is still a good element and good fun to do. I certainly think. Very relaxing aspect of the game. And we've got 331,000 litres of grass from that field. That's nice. So that means you're going to get another 331,000 litres of silage or hay at least. That will be very, very handy in the future when we need it. Alright, so we'll come back in the next episode. We'll be on the 2nd of November unless I decide to go for a little bit more. We do need to check to see if this time of month is a good sell time for any of our products. We'll check that very quickly because I think November, December, January, February seems to be a popular time for selling a lot of the products. So we'll need to check and see which products we've got that can maximise our money-making potential. We need to get our slurry applicator, as I said before. Well, I need to actually, no, it's on bales, so it's not going to collect any of these. Cotton bales or anything. Sorry, wool bales. I might as well turned off anyway. Yes, we've got to get the slurry applicator. And that was about it, I think, wasn't it? Slurry applicator, and then go and do some slurry work around on the fields. So flingus muchas shitas. Anyway, all right. So we're going to go round and offload these into one of the. What's this? I'm then going to go off, and I will most likely collect the bales from the other fields in one go as well. We'll get all those done, and then from there, when we come back in the next episode, that'll be done. So I'll probably do that at night time here, just to get it done. We come into our bale storage shed here. I want it to be configuration grass 240 firm. There we go. And now what we do is come in. And I just come into there like that. Offload. Nice. And then offload. Oops. Next trailer. Offload, and that is it. We've got rid of all our bales. Come back over here. All right, there we go. 51 bales we got. Excellent. Right, so that is it for the episode. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch our videos. I do hope. Oh, there we go. That's that bug of activating while we're driving. I really do hope you enjoy the episodes, and I hope you're enjoying the series. It sort of does warm the cockles of our heart when you do know people are enjoying it. So Make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of anything farming sim related. If there's anything you want me to try or explain or whatever else, try to explain, probably more to the point. But then feel free to make a comment down below. We will see what we can do. All right, like I said, we're gonna play some bale chicken tonight and see if we can collect all the bales without missing any. And we will see you when we next return to Southern Cross Station and Gaming. Don't forget to come and join us on Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details for all those are down below. But most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Like I said, Gaming and Southern Cross Station. See you later. Bye.